Hi and welcome back to my channel. Here I am going to show you the last 5 circle of puzzles colors that I have done in the batch of 15 that I have. In a previous video I showed you the first 10, which are right here. The first batch of 5 is right here. Try not to drop them. And the second batch of 5 is right here. Now, I'm going to make this video here, and I know the lighting is off because it's nighttime, but forgive the lighting. The purpose of this video is to showcase the last 5 of the 15 circle of colors puzzles I have, and I'll show you them in the order in which the wheel chose them. I'll show you how I did them, and then I probably will make a separate video talking about all 15, my experiences, my feelings, maybe which was a favorite or more than one favorite, which was the least favorite, and if I have a least favorite, why it would be the least favorite, and so on. But for now, please enjoy this video. I don't think I'll do much more face-to-face. I might show each box. Yeah, let's show each box, so you'll see me face-to-face with this. Okay, let's go to the app, the spin the wheel random picker app. I think I'm down to 5 more puzzles. Yes, I have completed 10, the latest being Pokeball. So let's spin the wheel to see what is next. And it is flowers. I have no idea what this looks like. It's hard to keep them all in my mind, but I just wanted to make this little clip, and I will save it until I'm ready to create my next video. Okay, so you see the next puzzle that I chose, or the wheel chose, not me, but the wheel chose flowers. Now, I did state that I couldn't quite remember what the image was, but boy, am I glad that I was able to do this one. I loved it, and we're just going to watch the little video as I do the slideshow of how I put it together, and I'll tell you the process and how I did it, and then we'll get on to the next one. So as always, I do a sped up version of me putting the puzzle together, and you can see I did it in the gradient style or the rainbow style that the puzzle was in. I tried to stay as close to the color families as I was working on so that I could have some kind of synchronicity as I was putting this puzzle together. This was a very enjoyable puzzle. I do a lot of puzzles in a pattern, like say from the outside in ordinarily, or left to right, or up and down. But this one was colors, the blues, the greens, the reds, the oranges, a little bit of yellow. And so what I did is I pleasurably put it together. It was a great puzzle. I have to admit that although I'm not timing myself on any of these puzzles, I am finding that they're very easy puzzles to put together. In fact, I think that if you have a puzzle buddy and you want to knock out a puzzle in an evening while, say, you're watching TV or listening to a podcast, these circle of puzzles colors would certainly fit the bill, because I just love the way that they come together. They're beautiful. I love doing them, and I can't believe at this point in the process I was getting down to the last few. Okay, I'm about to spin the wheel for my next puzzle, but I lost the sound on this clip, so I'm just doing a voiceover right here. You can see here I have 4 puzzles left on the wheel, and as the wheel spins, it lands on candy, and that's the one that I'm working on next. And then I go ahead and I hide the slice so that I'm ready for the next one. Okay, so as you can see, the wheel chose candy. Now, I want to tell you my experience with putting candy together. When I knew I was going to be working on candy, it was close to going to bed. So I thought I would just put the border together. But then I took a closer look at it. And as I took a closer look at it, I realized that each particular candy was in a section. So what you're going to see is how I was able to just throw it together like easy peasy lemon squeezy. Is that how you say it? Tell me how you say it. So here we go with candy. And as I mentioned, once I put the border together, I quickly recognized that there was a pattern. So there's a lot of images in this particular clip. I think maybe 40 or 45 images. Why did I do so many images? Well, as I slow this part of the video down, you'll notice that as I completed each type of candy, I would take a picture. Then I would work on the next type of candy again, and I would take a picture. And I kept doing that throughout. And let me tell you, on the one hand, if you say flip all your pieces over and your mind's eye catches patterns or colors that go together, you just start throwing your puzzle together. And that's a perfectly good way to put a puzzle together. In fact, if you could see my puzzle board right now with the I Am Bear puzzle, I have all the pieces face up right on the board. No rhyme or reason with regard to that. However, with candy, there was a pattern. And because of the particular pattern in this one, this just might be my favorite one because I loved assembling each type of candy, whether it was a candy, a hard candy, a lollipop, whatever it was. Oh my goodness, did I love putting this one together. All right, let's open the Spin the Wheel app. It's already on the wheel, which is for the Circle of Colors by Ravensburger. I have ice cream, tropical, and desserts left. Let's spin the wheel and see what we have. Okay, it's on desserts, which is going to leave tropical and ice cream. So as you can see, desserts came up. Perhaps the busiest. I'm taking a quick peek. Yeah, perhaps the busiest of the 15 that I have. Because how many different desserts are in this image? But as you'll see, there's a gradient again. You've got your blue, your greens, a little bit of your yellows with your brown. More browns are here for your cakes and things of that nature. And then you have some pink and a little bit more brown at the top. So even though this might have been the busiest one of the collection, let's take a look and see how I put it together. So when you look at a puzzle or you look at your pieces, you start to recognize patterns, especially when you put puzzle after puzzle after puzzle together. Whether you're new at the craft or you've been at it for years, you start to recognize patterns. So once I saw the colors, as you can see in this image, I just basically did as close to colors by colors as possible. There are times, however, that I did see, say, a few pieces of, say, a cake or a pie, and I would put those pieces together, but you can't see that here. And I would just use my puzzle spatula and I would move the pieces onto the inside of the puzzle and just reattach that. So I did not take a lot of individual still shots of this particular puzzle because it was clumped together by color and each color had so many different cakes and elements in it. It was just easier to just try to wipe out a color, take a picture, wipe out a color and take a picture. So these clips are a little bit shorter than the other ones. Okay, just two more puzzles from the Circle of Colors Ravensburger puzzles. Let's see, I have ice cream and tropical left. Let's see, it's up to the wheel. And it is ice cream. So I'm looking forward to doing it, and that will just leave me with tropical because once I reset the wheel, it brings back all the other ones. Okay, so I can't even grab the box. As mentioned, ice cream was next. Now, ice cream was my unicorn of these puzzles for a very particular reason. I saw Jigsaw Johnny in his video where he put this puzzle together and he thought, or he had mentioned perhaps it was one of the more challenging of the puzzles. But because I have this way of going from the outside in, when you see how I put this puzzle together, you'll see how satisfying and how gratifying it was to put together. So I have this method and it really works well for round puzzles. And that method simply is to work from the outside in. And when I work from the outside in, I simply work each part of the circle. I want to say row, but I just start from the edge and then I do the next inside edge and the next one and the next one and the next one. Now, when I flip all of my pieces over into the puzzle trays, I don't sort. I just flip them all over. And once I get the edge pieces out, I look for the next pieces that will go for the inside of that edge. And I put that section together. And then I just went section by section. And I found this puzzle to be one of the easier ones only because of the pattern in which I put it together. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video that I'm making right now, that I'm also working on a different type of puzzle on my board, and it bodes well for that puzzle to have all the pieces face up and to just find where each piece goes. This one, of course, was different. This was kind of the pattern. In fact, when I show my compilation video of all 15 puzzles, I'll let you know which ones worked well with this particular pattern, and that's why I loved this one. Okay, the last puzzle, quite naturally, I couldn't spin the wheel because this was 15 of 15, and this is tropical. Now, I had some problems with tropical, and I'll talk to you about those problems in the clip itself. As I am going to show you tropical, I'm slowing the video down for a minute. Right here, you see that there are two identical pieces. Not only that, there's a missing piece right there. I find that I have a disconnect in my brain when there's a missing piece because I keep looking for that piece even though I know the piece is missing. But as you can see with the two identical pieces, the further disconnect in my brain, it wouldn't syncopate. I just could not get past this little area, and it was really frustrating to me. But then I did. I moved on. As I am going to pick up the speed of the video, you'll see that I started putting the puzzle together again. Like a previous puzzle, I kind of did it color by color. Of course, this part of the video is faster the way that I do it, and now I'm slowing it down. Now, as I mentioned, once I put the border together, I knew that I was missing that piece. There was no way that that piece was in the box or anywhere because I was fastidious about working these puzzles. So I had that little hiccup as to, boy, where I wish I had that piece. And why do I have two pieces the same? But that's neither here nor there. That's just the way that it worked out with this particular puzzle. However, you're going to see a big spot in the green up there. Why? Because that piece was missing as well. So two missing pieces and two identical pieces. Now, when I purchased this puzzle, I purchased it from Amazon US, but it came via Australia Post. So I reached out to Ravensburger first. I have not heard back from them. And depending on what they say, I may just return it to Amazon US and repurchase this puzzle so that I can have a complete copy of the puzzle in my collection. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the puzzle itself. As you can see, I did this one color by color like I do. So whether it's row by row or color by color, I usually find a pattern that works well with me when I'm putting a puzzle together. So here they all are for this part of my Circle of Colors Ravensburger puzzles. The last 5, I love them. I found great enjoyment in them. Like I said, I sometimes work different patterns, whether it's inside out or a rainbow pattern. I just totally enjoyed these puzzles. I think I will make a collection video or compilation video now, and I'll show that video at a different time, but that video will just show all 15, and I'll break up on which ones fit which pattern and how I was able to put them together. So I want to thank you so much for watching one more time. Here they are. You can kind of see a little bit of them in the order in which I did them, from top to bottom, 1 to 5. But I want to thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in before you know it with yet another video. Alrighty. Oh, by the way, please do me a favor. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. Both of those things would help me. I'd like to continue to create puzzle content for this channel. My puzzle content is different. I don't do time lapses or anything like that. I just do film clips or slideshows, so to speak, and try to talk about the puzzles and the joy that they bring to me. So let me go ahead and end this video, get this video uploaded, and then I will work on something that encapsulates all 15 of them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.